Runners dispatched from the 2,000 meter marker. And the first one to go is Carlin. Napoli is right there at the rail. On the outside, we find in the yellow silks Eaton. Going around them is Impact Zone with the red blinkers, and Leonard is very strong, giving the rider a difficult ride. Forever with the red blinkers is now back fifth. That's racing about 5 lengths off the leader. Then Roy Sailor, Carlin, Santon Playboy. Mambo's on the outside of that, and then comes Supersonic, who's third to last. Angie's got about 14 lengths to make up, and then comes Silly Santa. A well-detached field that goes to the 1,300, and Eaton leads it, and Leonard continues to tug against the bird. Impact Zone at the rail third. Napoli is fourth. And then Roy Sailor, that's about 5 lengths off the leader. Forever is also near the rail. Mambo's on the outside, and then comes Carlin. Supersonic's got about 10, 11 lengths to make up with the blue cap. Then Santon Playboy. Further back in the field is Angie, and Angie's giving them many lengths start as they move towards the 700 meter marker. And Leonard continues to lead it. Silly Santa's the tailed off horse. So it's Leonard now who goes on. Back in second, Impact Zone. Eaton's gone. Behind that one, Roy Sailor. Napoli's got about 7 lengths to make up. They're followed by Forever. Further back in the running at this stage, Khan, and then comes Supersonic. As they turn into the home stretch, and it's Leonard the leader. Impact Zone with the red blinkers, and then comes Roy Sailor. Napoli between the two of them with the white noseband, still got about 2.5 to make up. Forever's with the red blinkers. Impact Zone the leader, but now Napoli comes on, and Forever is running on. Napoli's got to get to Impact Zone. Forever tries to close it down. Napoli hit the front. Forever's making a race of it. Napoli just the leader. Forever, Impact Zone, Napoli, and on the outside, Forever. It's a ding-dong tussle coming down to the line, and I think Napoli won it. Close, though. Forever second, Impact Zone third, but it's close up front. Very, very close. Just with the naked eye, it looks a half head. But the other horse was finishing on, so let's see. 6, Napoli, just the leader. The red blinkers are Forever is closing it down as they come down to the line. And Napoli just makes it home. So Napoli just made it number 6. Second to Forever, number 1. Impact Zone, number 9, runs into third place. Fourth to number 2, Roy Sailor. Further back in the running, it's a good couple of lengths back to the next place horse. The winner, number 6, pays on the tote 2 rand, the tote favourite. So it's many lengths back to the next place horses. A number of runners were fighters in the early stages. There's Mambo, and they were followed by Supersonic. And further back was Carlin. Many lengths covers this field, and that's the opening leg of the pick 6. Hanji didn't go on with the effort. And further back, Leonard, which was fighting with the rider. And then Santon Playboy. Number 6, Napoli, at the top of the stretch, was looking for running room, and the red blinkers of Forever comes forward, and these two have a battle. Impact Zone's got the red blinkers on the left-hand side, starts to drift. There's not much between the three of them as they come down to the wire, and Napoli is just going to win it. It wins by that quarter head, or that short head, from Forever. That's the running of the third race, and it ends up the tote favourite. Back to the studio.
Well done to the Glen Cotson team headed by Fricky Cledden here in KZN. One runner today, and they'll go home with a 100% strike rate and a gutsy win from this horse. He showed a lot of heart last time out when he went down a short head second, and this time he's put his head in front. Fricky, firstly, well done to the team.
Thanks to his first also say well done to Kathy on GoldCircleRacing Racing, and also to Mrs. Bernard. She's got 2 horses with us, and he's a very, very nice little horses, but sure, he's got a mind of his own. He must be one of the naughtiest ones I've got in my yard. And I'm very delighted with the win. We found out, with all due respect to the rest of the field, we found a very, very weak field. But in saying that, I think he's a nice horse that will improve, especially with age and with racing. So we're very delighted.
You mentioned on air a few times Billy does a lot of work in the mornings. He's worth giving the chance to as well.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Billy comes and does work obviously 3 times a week. The other 2 days he goes over to Yellowstar. So, I mean, he does a lot of work, and I mean, he rides 90% of the horses in the morning. So you get to know the horses very, very well. You get to know their well-being. You get to know exactly what goes on feed-wise, soundness-wise, and everything. So when we do get to the races, I mean, we know exactly what we're coming with and where we are.
The step up in distance as well suited him?
Yeah, I think it has. I mean, I still would have liked to maybe have put him in a mile just to give him another, I wouldn't say educational run, but unfortunately in the mile he drew quite bad. So we took our chance in the 2000. And I mean, it turned out to be quite a weak field, but you know what? He won by a short head. We're delighted.
Give our best to Glenn as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done, Fricky Claren. Let's get Billy Jacobson in, and he's partnered this individual all 3 of his runs prior to this. And Fricky mentioned he can be a naughty bugger, but nice to see him put his head in front.
Yes, he's very naughty at home, but it gives him a lot of character. I love riding him every day. And yeah, he won a nice race. He tends to try and turn it up. Even the previous race, before I ran second, he wants to get out of it. Not because he's not good or anything or tired, he's just so green and looking at everything.
You always had that other horse's measure, or it was a hard fight to the line?
100 to go, I thought I had it race over. And then he started looking around at the big screen, and he loves to run to company. Didn't want to touch the other horse either, so he gave me a really hard ride.
Anything else from your side?
No, Deez, I try and everything, so don't leave me out there.
Well done, Billy.
Thanks. Big thanks to Mrs. Bernard, Mr. Bernard, GoldCircleRacing, Fricky, he does a great job, and my sponsors, Yellowstar.
Well played.
Thank you.
That's Billy Jacobson. Now let's get the lady of the moment, and that's Yolanda Bernard. And Yolanda, firstly, heartily congratulations. This horse has rewarded you.
Thank you, Deez. Appreciate that.
Gutsy win.
Yes, very gutsy. I was a bit worried about Brandon there, but yeah, luckily we're lucky.
And this horse has done you proud. I mean, his last start as well was a good second.
Yes, no, definitely. Fricky actually phoned me in the week already to say I have to be here today. He's definitely expecting a win. So yeah, but Napoli done me proud so far, yeah.
Well, Brian didn't have a runner in the race, so he was here for good support.
Definitely, can't say he wasn't.
Well, please tell him to pour the champagne this time round.
I'll do that. Thanks, Deez.
Well done, Yolanda.
Thanks a lot to Fricky, especially to Fricky and Billy, and also to Glenn and the rest of the stable.
Well done, Yolanda.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Well done to Yolanda, and getting a hearty cheer from the husband, Brian. Number 6, Napoli has come through to win at 6, 1, 9, and 2. That's the way they finish race number 3. Coming up next will be the start of the jackpot, and that will be at 14:55, which is at 5 to 3.